How did you find being in HC for the first time? You know, obviously you've been around coaching. You know what it is. We've already established that. But being in HC for the Dallas Cowboys for the first time was,
you know, Rich, there were so many things that I think I was ready for, but there was something every day that you didn't see coming. And we certainly had, some ups and downs, some highs, some lows. I never would have thought that we would have to deal with what we dealt with losing Marshawn. Mm-hmm. That was probably one of the lessons that, as I look back on this year, I'm so proud of the brotherhood and the culture that we built, that we could withstand that.
It was remarkable.
And it was not me. It was the players. Sure. It was the strength of the players. It was the connection that we had. Mm-hmm. But, you know, now that I've settled down a little bit, we had to do the whole defensive search and all that. Mm-hmm. It's been really good for me to go back, and we do these AARs, after action reports, where you go back and you look at almost every facet of your program, and from the offseason program to the draft to free agency to the coaching search to training camp. Mm-hmm. There's a ton of lessons learned, man.
And what do you take into year two that you feel that you're better at?
Probably just, I would say, the overall organization in terms of being involved in all three phases. You know, I think last year we hired Clayton Adams, who's a superstar, by the way, offensive coordinator, but I still felt like I had to get him up to speed on our offense and blend it, and I felt like I didn't do a great job being involved with the defense. And this year I'm going to be much more involved. I'm thrilled about our hire with Christian Parker. I think he's excellent. The staff we put together is excellent. There was a ton of we did 9 interviews in our search for coordinators. Jerry and Steven and Will McClay were involved in everything. We dove into concepts and techniques. Yes. I mean, to hear us talk about coverage concepts and Jerry asking questions about run fits and stuff like that was awesome. But I really do feel like being the play caller is something I know how to do. Yep. I've done it at a high level. Now me being the head coach and really truly being involved in all three phases is one thing I'm really looking forward to.
And what'd you learn about Dak as the HC? Obviously, you were around him before being the HC. Is there anything new that you learned about Dak?
Just that the guy's curious as anything, man. He wants to grow. He wants to get better. He did get better this year, which is crazy.
I mean, he did. I mean, you look at the metric, you could see he maybe had his best year as a professional. You could point to certain aspects of his game, but, you know, what's more important than the head coach also play caller relationship with the quarterback? There really isn't one. That's maybe the most important relationship you can have in a football team.
Yeah, and again, I think that's one of the benefits that I was given, having been there and had the relationship with Dak. But I just think how quick we picked up each other's rhythm. You know, obviously I was the coordinator for the last couple of years, but didn't call the plays. Right. But there was a rhythm that we got into. We came out of the gates fast, and he did have a great year. And there's still room for improvement. I love that we were able to play it more under center and do some more of the play action stuff. I think he's great at that. But the leadership and the command of what that guy brings to our locker room is unique.
Do you have a moment where you caught yourself and go, that's my dad? I just sounded like my dad. Do you have that moment ever?
Probably when I cry in front of the team. Yeah, I'm an emotional guy. Yeah, I mean.
Me too.
Yeah, I am.
You're a crier, huh?
I am a crier.
Touch of the Vermeil?
Yeah.
You got a touch
probably,
of
yeah, it's probably Dick Vermeil. He was the first guy I coached with. Actually, it's funny. I was calling the guys up after one of the games, and I started to get choked up, and Jake Ferguson goes, hang in there, Shotty. Like he literally called me out. I was like, really, bro? Like, really, you're going to call me out? Like, I'm in my feelings?
Right.
But, you know, my dad always taught me, Rich, he said, hey, you know, go on your emotions. And I'm a very authentic person, and I don't change who I am for anybody. But it's good for these guys to see that we care enough and how much we love them and we care about their success, not just about them as players, but as people as well.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.